Hello and welcome to the News on Map India series section of Drishti IAS. I am Aisha, and in today's episode we will be covering topics which are important from General Studies paper 1, that is Geography Map section. So first of all, let's begin with the previous session question, and most of you people have given the correct answer. So let us read the question. Regarding the Ganga river, consider the following statements. So there are two statements given. First, the Ganga basin spreads across 11 states. Important word here to understand is the Ganga basin, not the river Ganga. It is asking about the basin. Second is the Ganga flows through the states of Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and West Bengal. Which of the statements given are correct? One only, two only, both one and two, neither one nor two. So first of all, let us understand the meaning of the word basin. So see, if it would have talked about the river Ganga, then this would be the scenario that you need to take, that how many states Ganga river is passing from. But when it talks about basin, it means the river Ganga and the tributaries of Ganga would also come into it. So the overall area which the river Ganga and its tributaries are covering, so that is known as the area, that is basin. So the Ganga basin spreads across 11 states and the Ganga flows through the states of Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and West Bengal. So let us see this. So the Ganga basin spreads across 11 states. So first of all, if we will look at the map of river Ganga, then it originates from the Gangotri glacier in the state of Uttarakhand. Then from Uttarakhand it moves to Uttar Pradesh, then from Uttar Pradesh it moves to Bihar, then to West Bengal, and then it goes into Bangladesh and then into the Bay of Bengal. Now talking about the basin of river Ganga. So in India, the Ganga basin covers the state of Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Bihar, West Bengal, Uttarakhand, Jharkhand, Haryana, Chhattisgarh, Himachal Pradesh and the Union Territory of Delhi. And the area it drains is more than 8 lakh square kilometers and is nearly 26% of the total geographical area of the country. Now talking about the number of states. So there is one, that is Union Territory of Delhi. So see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11 is Delhi. So we are covering Delhi under the phrase that is state. So that the river Ganga is going through 11 states. Then the basin is bounded by the Himalayas on the north. That is why Ganga is also a Himalayan river. And then by the Aravalis on the west, Vindhyas and Chotanagpur Plateau on the south, and by the Brahmaputra ridge on the east. And then if we talk about, then Ganga rises in the Gangotri glacier in the Himalayas in Uttarkashi district of Uttarakhand. As its source, the river is known as Bhagirathi, and when Bhagirathi comes down, then it meets with Alaknanda at Dev Prayag. And then from Dev Prayag, it is known by the name of Ganga. So coming back to the question, the Ganga basin spreads across 11 states. Yes, that is correct. The Ganga flows through the states of Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and West Bengal. This is also correct. So both are correct. It means the correct answer is option C, that is both 1 and 2. Now moving on to today's session. First question is, consider the following statements about the Siachen glacier. So there are three statements given. First, Nubra river originates from Siachen glacier. Second is that it is the second longest glacier in the world's non-polar areas after Fedchenko glacier in Tajikistan. Third, the entire Siachen glacier with all major passes has been under the administration of India since 1984. Now third one and second one is absolutely factual. How many of the above statements are correct? Only one, only two, all of the above or none of the above. Now why this was in news? Because Operation Meghdoot, India's longest mission on Siachen, world's highest battlefield. Now Siachen is also known as the world's highest battlefield because of the elevation it is at. Then Operation Meghdoot, which has completed recently 41 years, was a military operation by the Indian Army to capture the Siachen glacier, and this started during the time of 1984, and the operation was a response to intelligence that Pakistan was planning military action in the area. So since the time of 1984, Siachen glacier is with India. Now look at this map. This is the location of the Siachen glacier, world's highest battlefield. and very clearly it is visible that from the Siachen glacier a river is coming out, and the name of this river is the Nubra river. So this is Nubra river. So coming back to the question, so the Nubra river originates from Siachen glacier, this is correct. Then the entire Siachen glacier with all major passes has been under the administration of India since 1984, this is also correct because Operation Meghdoot was a success. Then this is the second longest glacier in the world's non-polar areas after the Fedchenko glacier in Tajikistan. Now this is an absolutely factual statement. This you need to remember, can be asked in the examination also, that the non-polar region, when we say, so it is not, because this Siachen glacier is not at the location of the, you can say, the Arctic Circle or the Atlantic Ocean side. So it is at the non-polar regions, and the largest is present in Tajikistan, and this is the second longest. So all three becomes correct. So the correct answer becomes option C, that is all of the above. Now moving on to next question. Which of the following areas are included in the Ranthambore Tiger Reserve? And Ranthambore Tiger Reserve was recently in news because a 7-year boy has been killed by the tiger. Options are Ranthambore National Park and Savai Mansingh Sanctuary. Second is Ranthambore National Park and Kela Devi Sanctuary. Third is Ranthambore National Park, Savai Mansingh Sanctuary and the Kela Devi Sanctuary. And fourth is the Kela Devi Sanctuary and Savai Mansingh Sanctuary. So these four are the options. Now going by the Ranthambore Tiger Reserve. So the Ranthambore Tiger Reserve is situated in the state of Rajasthan. And this is the map of the Ranthambore Tiger Reserve. So within the Ranthambore Tiger Reserve, what all lies is the, at the core of it lies the Ranthambore National Park. And when we say national park, there are few zones of the national park like the core zone, the buffer zone, and this is at the core of the Tiger Reserve. Then at the north side of this is the Kela Devi Sanctuary, and to the south of the Ranthambore National Park lies the Savai Mansingh Sanctuary. So Kela Devi Sanctuary, Ranthambore National Park and the Savai Mansingh Sanctuary, all three lies within the Ranthambore Tiger Reserve. So the correct answer becomes Ranthambore National Park and Savai Mansingh Sanctuary, no. Ranthambore National Park and Kela Devi Sanctuary, no. Ranthambore National Park, yes. Savai Mansingh Sanctuary, yes. And the Kela Devi Sanctuary, yes. So the correct answer becomes option C. Now moving on to the next question. Third, that is regarding olive ridley turtles, consider the following statements. Now olive ridley turtles was recently in news because of the study which has talked about, and it has been done at the Rushkulia Sanctuary, which is one of the largest rookery with regard to the olive ridley turtles, that with the climate change and the rising temperature, the sex ratio is becoming little concerning, and that is more number of females are getting hatched as compared to the males. So the question is regarding olive ridley turtles, consider the following statements, and there are three statements given. First, the olive ridley turtles are the smallest and most abundant of all sea turtles found in the world. Second, these turtles are carnivores and get their name from their olive colored carapace. Third is the Odisha's Gahirmatha Marine Sanctuary is known as the world's largest rookery, that is colony of breeding animals of sea turtles. How many of the above statements are correct? Only one, only two, all of the above, or none of the above? So let us talk about the olive ridley turtles. Now olive ridley turtles, look at this map. This is the map of the state of Odisha, where the Gahirmatha Wildlife Sanctuary is also present, which is considered the largest, hatching ground for the olive ridley turtles, and thousands of the females of the olive ridley turtles come to the Gahirmatha Wildlife Sanctuary and they hatch the eggs in the numbers. The numbers also goes into thousands. And the recent incident about the squid sex ratio with regard to the olive ridley turtles, around 71% females are hatched as compared to the males. So this has taken place in the Rushkulia Wildlife Sanctuary, and this is the location of the Rushkulia river. Now coming on to the olive ridley turtle. So olive ridley turtles, they have olive colors carapace, and that is how they have got their name also. And the olive ridley turtle, if we talk about, then they are carnivorous in nature. They are the smallest species of turtles which are present, and when they hatch together, then that area, that rookery is known as the aribada. So the olive ridley turtles are the smallest and the most abundant of all sea turtles in the world. That is correct, and the IUCN status is vulnerable. Then these turtles are carnivorous and get their name from the olive colored carapace. That is also correct. The Odisha's Gahirmatha Marine Sanctuary is known as the world's largest rookery of sea turtles. That is also correct. So these three are correct. So how many are correct? So the correct answer becomes option C, that is all of the above. Next question. Garbhanga Reserve Forest. So that is Garbhanga Reserve Forest, which was in news due to discovery of new frog species, is located in which of the following states of India? So that is Garbhanga Reserve Forest. Assam, Meghalaya, Arunachal Pradesh or Uttarakhand. Now Garbhanga Reserve Forest is known for its scenic beauty and the flora and fauna, and is present in the state of Assam. And when we talk about the state of Assam, so the state of Assam is the only state in the northeastern states which touches border with all the northeastern states, so, and with the West Bengal also. Now if we will talk about the Garbhanga Forest Reserve, so this is the location of the Garbhanga Forest Reserve. It is on the border of, you can say, Meghalaya and Assam. Do not think it lies in Meghalaya. It is on the border of the Meghalaya and Assam, and very near to the Brahmaputra river also. So the correct answer of this question is option A, that is Assam. Now moving on to the next question. Which of the following statements are not correct about Gandhi Sagar Wildlife Sanctuary? It is asking about the incorrect statement. Incorrect statement. So first is the Chambal River bifurcates the sanctuary into two nearly equal parts. So first of all, let us talk about the Gandhi Sagar Wildlife Sanctuary. So the Gandhi Sagar Wildlife Sanctuary lies in the state of Madhya Pradesh, and Madhya Pradesh remains in news because first of all about the project Cheetah, then the recently added tiger reserves has also been in the state of Madhya Pradesh, and Madhya Pradesh leads the number of tiger reserves in India. And if we will talk about the Gandhi Sagar Wildlife Sanctuary, so this is the location of the Gandhi Sagar Wildlife Sanctuary in the state of Madhya Pradesh. This is Madhya Pradesh and this is northwest Madhya Pradesh. So it is situated in the northwest Madhya Pradesh, and Gandhi Sagar Wildlife Sanctuary was in news because of the shifting of the cheetahs. So the Chambal River bifurcates the sanctuary into nearly equal parts. So let us see it. Or if we will look at the Gandhi Sagar Reservoir, then this is the Chambal River, and the Chambal River bifurcates the Gandhi Sagar Reservoir or the Gandhi Sagar Sanctuary into two equal parts. And if you will look at the map, then this is the Gandhi Sagar Dam situated on the Chambal River within the Gandhi Sagar Sanctuary. So the Chambal River bifurcates the sanctuary into nearly two equal parts. This is correct. The Gandhi Sagar Dam situated within the sanctuary. This is also correct. Now the sanctuary resembles to the Masai Mara, a renowned national reservoir or a national reserve in Kenya. Now this is a fact and this is absolutely correct. That the Gandhi Sagar Wildlife Sanctuary, it has resemblance to the Masai Mara, and Masai Mara is a national reserve in the country Kenya. Kenya is a country of the African continent. Then comes the fourth, that the Gandhi Sagar Wildlife Sanctuary is situated in the northwestern Rajasthan. No, it is not situated in Rajasthan. It is situated in the state of Madhya Pradesh. So the correct answer for this question becomes option D, because it is asking about the incorrect statement. So D is the incorrect statement. Next question. The Majgavan pipe in Madhya Pradesh and the Vajkarur pipe in Andhra Pradesh are related to which of the following? And this was in news recently. Coal mining, gold mining, diamond mining or iron ore mining. So remember the name, that is Majgavan pipe, Madhya Pradesh, and Vajrakarur pipe in Andhra Pradesh. Now recently a news came up that the Golconda blue. Now Golconda blue is a rare blue diamond and is considered to be one of the largest fancy blue diamonds, and this has to be auctioned recently at the Christie's. So the Christie's will be doing the auction for the Golconda blue. And when we talk about the Majgavan, so Majgavan is situated in the state of Madhya Pradesh, and this is the location of Majgavan and is a place where the diamonds are found in the state of Madhya Pradesh. And the Majgavan, and the second is the Vajrakarur pipe, which is situated in the Andhra Pradesh, and both Majgavan and Vajrakarur are the two places which are very, very famous for the diamonds, and the diamonds come out in large quantity, and also has a very, the precious diamonds have also come out from these two sites. So the correct answer becomes option C, that is diamond mining. Now next question. Consider the following statements. There are three statements given. First, it is India's 8th smallest national park. 8th smallest. Third, it is one of the last remnants of the tropical dry evergreen forest of the Coromandel coast. Third, it is located in the heart of Chennai's metropolitan area. Above mentioned lines refer to which of the following national park? First is the Gunde National Park. Second, Corbett National Park. Third, Fossil National Park. And D, Molim National Park. So, these three lines talks about which national park. So, I think the main hint for you should be that it is located in the heart of Chennai metropolitan area. So, you need to move out all the locations which are not present in the state of Tamil Nadu. Now, I think if you are not aware about anyone, but you must be aware about Corbett National Park. I'm not saying that all other you are aware about, but Corbett National Park I'm expecting that you might have heard. Then it is India's 8th smallest national park. Now this is a difficult hint. People are usually aware about the smallest national park. So smallest national park is in Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Then it is one of the last remnants of the tropical dry evergreen forest of the Coromandel coast. Now this is the map of Tamil Nadu, and the correct answer for this question is the Gunde National Park, because if we will talk about the Chennai, because this has mentioned about the Chennai metropolitan area. If it would not have mentioned about the Chennai metropolitan area, then the question would have become very, very difficult for you. So the Chennai metropolitan area, and Chennai, if we talk about, this is the map of Tamil Nadu. So Chennai is basically situated in the northern Tamil Nadu, and if we will talk about the metropolitan area, then the metropolitan area of the Chennai lies like this, and on the northern side of it lies the Gunde National Park, and it is the 8th smallest national park, and one of the reasons for it being the 8th smallest national park, that it is situated completely within a city's metropolitan area. And one of the facts is that it is one of the last remnants of the tropical dry evergreen forest of the Coromandel coast. Tropical dry evergreen forest. So the correct answer for this becomes option A, that is the Gunde National Park. Now coming on to the next question, and this is a practice question, and like always, you people will give me the answer in the comments below. So the question is, consider the following statements. First, the Tamil Nadu government recently launched the Hornbill Conservation Initiative to safeguard the habitats of 4 threatened hornbill species in the Western Ghats. Second, a research team from Kerala won the prestigious Future Conservationist Award for their project aimed at protecting the Malabar grey hornbill. Third is, Malabar grey hornbill is endemic to the Western Ghats and parts of the Nilgiris, Wayanad and Annamalai hills in the southern India. How many of the above given statements are correct? Only one, only two, all of the above, or none of the above? And like I always say, you need to go see the map, pick up the atlas and see the map, and then give me the answer in the comments below. And that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Till we meet next time, keep reading, keep writing, and keep subscribing to the channel. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.